Welcome to Dourgouti, the home of Dourgouti Island Hotel project. It is an 18-month-long series of community activities with the purpose of mapping the cultural capital of Dourgouti neighborhood, leading to a site-specific performance inspired by the findings. In this presentation, images of the final performance will interfere unexpectedly as I describe the steps of our process. Urban Dig is about linking community practice, research, and art inseparably. Dourgouti is a working-class housing area right next to Singru Avenue, the next museum mile of Athens. Ever since the construction of Singru Avenue in the 1920s, Dourgouti has been an island, a neighborhood of Athens not fitting to the city's westernization. Until 1970, the area was full of huts of Armenian and Minor Asia refugees. Now, in the area live Greeks, as well as Albanian, Bangladeshi, Syrian, Egyptian, and Kurdish immigrants. The contrast one sees between Hotel Intercontinental standing on Singru Avenue and its neighboring buildings is a fitting illustration of all sorts of social, political, and cultural contrasts of the area. Dourgouti has been, and still is, a nest for the displaced, full of survival stories. These stories have a lot to offer to the local cultural heritage, as well as to the city's rebranding, such as new visions on home, ownership of land and country, travel, community, etc. To dig out these stories and to build an awareness of this area for ourselves and for others, we created local interdisciplinary research groups, workshops and events for collective mapping of the history, the oral history, the cultural activity, the aspirations and challenges, and the impression that the area makes to the senses. 630 people, ranging from scholars and students of all ages to artists, researchers, and shop owners, were involved in the project as active participants of its 90 days of activities, not counting the audience and the visitors. The research groups were formed as a result of the Dourgouti Festival in September 2014, where it all started, where 67 groups and individuals presented a series of site-specific events inspired by the area's past and present. Local partnerships were also built from door-to-door relationships with individuals, slowly built through our continuous presence in the area. Crisis-stricken empty shops and community centers in need of visibility were often the locations of many of our collective research activities. However, most of our activities happened on the street, taking either the form of interactive festivals, mapping walks, or gatherings at the local tavernas. Most of our research events were fun and open to the public, serving both for collection and for presentation of the neighborhood's hidden treasures, attracting more visitors to this part of the city. As far as artistic activity goes, the French, Greek, and Australian curators of Hotel Obscura, the European project linked to the Dourgouti Island Hotel, hosted different artistic workshops in the area. We created collaborations with most local schools as well as cultural and athletic groups and associations that we continue to have an exchange with. In March, we'll have a final workshop in collaboration with the research groups formed to share with the community the results and tools, and to give to the local cultural associations access to the data. A locally administrated webpage and a digital touring app are the tools created voluntarily by Dourgouti Island Hotel. During our program, some quite improbable bridges were built in Dourgouti, connecting children with elderlies, shop owners with international artists, scholars with residents, and so forth. As a result of this matchmaking, students who are shy in class presented in conferences. Young photographers traveled to international festivals, and research groups still find it fun to work together. We, as artists, become the ambassadors of trust for this bridge building. What can be more fitting for us to do nowadays, beyond or through our own art?